Content warning, arachnophobia. This episode contains many references to spiders. If that is not your thing, we will hopefully see you in the next episode.
Oh, hey, Nadir, what are you up to?
Oh, nothing. I was just browsing the excellent selection of books here in the library of the Night Court. I don't suppose there's anything you'd like to read?
I would actually love to find some books from my favorite tabletop games.
You would probably want to actually take out a book like that, and I don't think you want to navigate the Fey rules for borrowing and lending. Instead, you may want to look at our sponsor, Dragon Master Games. In addition to tabletop gaming books, you can get dice and accessories, and they're a fantastic local store and would love to have your support.
Oh, hey, that's a great idea, but we're in the Feywild, so I can't go to the store right now.
Oh, not a problem at all. You can go to their online storefront that's linked in the show notes, and be sure to write in the comments that Bard Rock Cafe sent you.
Alright, I'll do that. Thanks, Nadir. Anyway, we should get on with the show.
And welcome back, everybody, to Bard Rock Cafe, episode 67, where the party just killed a spider dragon in extremely flashy style, outsmarting Lolth's trap at pretty much every turn. And
I'm flexing in a podcast.
Yeah, just burning through an absurd amount of hit points in like a round and a half. So, well done, guys. That boss fight was actually supposed to take a little bit longer, but it worked out. It's fine. So as the final blow lands, a few things happen, right? Immediately, the room gets warmer. It seems like the white dragon half of the spider dragon was part of what was keeping the region cold. This causes a lot of the webs to actually shatter. And you see Lolth fall from her suspended place in the middle of the room. The room had been completely coated in darkness. There is some wisps of light that are now floating through the room. Like little, you know the dandelion little puff things that when you blow on them, they scatter? It's like those, but like hundreds of them, and they're like little glimmering pieces of gold. And Lolth just falls to the ground like a sack of potatoes. From the middle of the room, it is now dimly lit all throughout. You can see just a massive, cavernous space. She falls to the ground and just slumps there, motionless. What would you guys like to do?
I feel like this is the part where we're either supposed to try and kill her or ask her to become the ally that was a villain in the last arc for the next arc, like this is a shonen anime. Do we want to try that second one, or do we want to skip to the first one?
We should totally try it.
You can only talk to her when she's alive.
Alright, fine. I got this. And Brock takes 2 steps forward and Roll goes, no, actually, I got this. You sure? No. I'm good now, remember, let me do this. Alright, guys, we're gonna let Roll take this. And Brock's eyes rolled to the back of his head, and Roll was in charge. And he approaches Lolth like, hey, good fight. We put in a good fight there. Do you want to do a round 2? Can we maybe not? Can we talk for a minute?
So help me understand the scene. So you're walking up to Lolth and like kicking her with your toe, like
he's like, announcing himself really loudly. He's trying to gauge whether or not she's conscious and just laying there because I just fell from the ceiling, that fucking hurt, or if she's actually unconscious or maybe just stunned, just like in between the two.
And apparently, Roll's eyes in the back of his head.
Yeah.
No. Brock's eyes rolled to the. I see what you did there.
Much like the Voldemort head on the back of the guy's head. You know what I'm talking about?
Actually, no. Brock's head rotates 360 degrees like he's a fucking action figure, and now he's Roll.
Why did we do that?
That's bad. I don't like
Voldemort
that.
Head.
Turn it back.
This whole time, under Brock's top hat has just been Roll's face this whole time.
Turn it back.
He just leans his head. He just leans his head back, and like that's Roll. Like when he goes.
I'm gonna use Trickster's Blessing to make that not canon.
You already used Trickster's Blessing today.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Brock's head rotates 360 degrees. The skin is now just tight as... Anyway, never mind.
All right.
Go on.
All right, anyway, if Lolth doesn't respond, I'm going to use Mage Hand to gently nudge her to try and wake her.
A combination of you yelling and the mage hand, she does start to stir. Roll me insight, please.
Okay. 19 on the die, and roll has a plus 10, so 29.
Let's go roll.
Nice.
What?
You've been in the presence of people with godly powers before. This doesn't seem like what that is. Like, she seems mortal right now, with a 29 on your insight. Like, I was gonna do a little more descriptor about it, but with a 29, yeah.
So Brock's like, did you guys do anything to, like, weaken Lull beforehand? Like, for example, was there, like, a big talisman of power she was drawing from you might have exploded while I was asleep?
Oh.
What are you not telling me, Baragon?
Nothing.
Can I roll an insight check on Baragon?
I mean, yeah.
That is an 8 plus 10, 18.
Okay, my deception
Low. Yeah.
is not fantastic.
I
You can at least
believe in you
potentially
so hard.
do it.
Look, Epi spent the entire first half of this campaign beating by one.
I got a 19 plus 3 for 22.
Oh, okay.
That's...
All right. Well, if you guys say you didn't do anything, I'm just gonna believe you. I was out for like somewhere between 2 days and 3 months. So
Baragon probably remembers this, which is why I did it for the bit, but Marty forgot. Was it because we broke the tablet when we burst out of it?
that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming because Lolth was very obviously drawing power from it. Yes, that's probably what happened.
Okay, we may have, busted one of the tablets.
Oh, well, Celestia's gonna be pissed at us about that. Anyway, Lolth, I gather the great and powerful Lolth. I gather you are, while still very powerful, not at your peak as we might have believed. Do you want to just call this one a draw and help us save the universe?
She looks up, and there is what can best be described as, like, a feral terror in her eyes. As she looks around and, like, she's trying to grasp at the little golden pieces in the air. And as soon as, like, she grabs one, it just snuffs out, and occasionally you can see it reappear elsewhere. She's like, no. This can't be happening.
Can I roll another insight check on that holy symbol of Tiamat that I have in my pocket?
Sure. Are you pulling it out to look at it?
Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like, I've seen these spheres of godhood, and now I see her grasping at things. I'm like trying to piece together if I can just Ghostbuster vacuum up what appears to be these dandelions, spores of her godhood into this symbol of her godhood.
Okay. I'm gonna make it a religion check.
Oh, a religion check. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a +3 to that.
Yeah, we've done like 2 of these checks the entire campaign.
Okay. Alright, well that is still a 19 plus 3, a 22. Roll's dice apparently rolls hotter than Brock's dice, who knew?
Roll is hot tonight. Brock, just leave him in there. He's not doing anything. You're also just dodging wild magic rolls. So,
I feel bad if I got a natural 20 on a fucking religion check.
You pull out the symbol of Tiamat, and you feel... This is very clearly like a powerful holy symbol of one of the dragon gods, right? The other being Bahamut. But Tiamat is the one that Lolth supplanted. And as you are regarding the talisman, you watch as, like, power explodes out of Lolth, and she screams out in even more pain. And you see, like, actual burn marks appear on her skin as this power surges out of her and into the holy symbol. And you watch as the spider dragon's corpse just kind of burns away to dust in the same instant as power comes from the dragon into the symbol as well. Lolth is now panting haggardly on the ground, trying to grasp at these golden pieces. Go ahead, I will say, since Roll is the one that's very close, go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
Another 19. Okay, this die might have a favorite number. 19 plus 10 for a 29.
She is grasping at the golden pieces with her left hand. Her right hand is clutching what looks to be just a dull gray stone.
I feel like I have an inkling what that stone is.
Yeah, she's not even regarding you at all. She is, like, panicking, and you would think there would be more concern that she just lost all of a godly aspect of power, but she is only focused on trying to do anything at all with the floating golden bits.
Alright. Broll's like, I need to get this lady's attention. He's thinking, oh, yeah, it's only simple one hand. He reaches, like, oh, I have this. And he's going to use his magic mic to thaumaturgy his voice and say, Lolth, I'm talking to you.
Roll a persuasion check, Bard.
That's only an 11 for a 26.
Her head snaps to roll, and, like, the panic is still there, but you have her attention as much as she's capable of giving it right now.
I know that you are not... You're clearly going through some stuff. I got it, but let's be real. The world is ending, and even in your current state, you could be of a great use to us in saving the universe. I hold the holy symbol. Gods love making pacts. Make a pact with me, and I will use the symbol to restore your power. That pact is you're going to help us save the Planarverse, and you will do nothing to harm the Planarverse so long as I and all of my friends here live.
Her breathing steadies just enough, but, like, she's out of breath. She's covered in burns. She says, don't you understand? None of that matters now. The tablets are breaking.
They broke before, and I do understand, Lolth.
Not like this. They didn't break like this. We broke them last time. And they were reforged, but when they were reforged, we corrupted them.
Well, there's still one. I know where it is. It is at full power. We restored it. Help me protect it.
Roll persuasion again.
That is an 18 plus 11, 29.
She stopped, like, she looks at you, like, really looks at you. And she says, I was siphoning power from the tablet. That's why it came here to me. I don't know why the other one went to you, but maybe you have a chance. But I've lost everything I held on to. This tablet is breaking.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you remember what it was like when you were mortal? What you were like before you were what you are now?
I am mortal.
The first time, Lolth. Humor me.
Yes.
Were you always the way you are now? You must be aware that you are one of the great villains of Faerun's story, of their pantheon. Beyond the demon lords, you and Tiamat are the two gods everybody fears, for their wrath is a thing to be feared. Were you always this way, or was there one time where you were a kinder person?
There is no kindness in the Underdark. Only the strong survive.
And you're from the Underdark originally, then? Is that the case? I'll level with you. I am not big on your religion.
Long ago, I was cast out of the Elven court. Me and all my sisters. And when I rose to godhood, I swore to take vengeance and to cultivate that mentality. I was abandoned then, and spent the rest of eternity trying to find some justice.
Let me tell you a story about somebody else who got a rough cut in life. He was a Spitfire of sorts, a guardian angel soul, born in the body of a particularly weak and sensitive boy, whose father bullied him. And that guardian spirit stood up to the father time and again until the father decided he was the villain of the family story. And he shut that boy away. And that boy embraced being the villain of the story. That boy is me. And I was told I could have a second chance, a chance at redemption. That what happened to me was wrong and we could make it better this time. I think that you, with the right power and the right motivation, can create a world that cultivates and protects the people who might be abandoned. To give people a chance where you did not get one. I am usually disinclined to believe my, frankly, dumber half, but I know he would give you this chance. So, will you help us make the world a better place? Give yourself a second chance. I will give you the power in this holy symbol. If you make a pact with me that you will try and do the right thing, that you will do no harm to the world after we save it, until after everybody in this room dies. And you will do no harm to us, obviously, because it'd be kind of a shit thing to do if you made that agreement and just killed us all and get out of the second thing.
All right, give me one last persuasion roll.
May I offer the help action in this moment?
How? How are you helping?
Baragon steps up when Roll tells his story and says, "Everyone assembled here has a similar version of a story like yours. We've chosen a different path, and we've proven ourselves by defeating you. Shouldn't that count for something?"
Roll an advantage. Let's see what you get.
I roll a 15 on the Brock die and 18 on the roll die, because roll is just on fire. With my plus 11, that is another 29.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping for that 30, but it's okay. That's not the DC, I was just really wanting to see it. So Lolth looks down. She seems to be thinking for a moment. And also making peace with something. Going off of the insane insight check you did on her like 30 seconds ago. She looks up and seems remarkably clear-eyed. And says, "I have been chasing power for so long, I don't know anything else. I siphoned off powers from the Tablet of Fate, and in so doing I ushered in all of this. I don't know how to stop it. And as you can see," and she reaches out to grab one of the little golden fragments, "all the power I tried to siphon is gone. It's rejected me. It seems I've played my part. And you've taken Tiamat's power, for all of that importance. I have one more domain to give. I will give it willingly. I don't think it's my destiny to survive this to the end." She turns her eyes to Rook. Says, "You are the one that hides in the shadows, are you not?"
Well, yeah. So?
She holds out this dull gray stone. Says, "This is what is left of my godly powers."
I go up to take it? What does it look
Can
like?
I jump in for just a second here as Rook walks up and kind of just put an arm out and say, "I want you to think very carefully before you make your next move, Rook."
Okay, so Rook wants to just look at the stone to see if there's anything shifty about it.
So you've seen the stone with the domain of time that Doubletail has, and you've seen the fate domain stone that Epi has. They are just a stone, right? But they are thrumming with power.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel it, waves of it emanating from the stone whenever they pull it out. You don't get that from this stone. It feels like, to use a real world example, it's like looking at a burned out light bulb. She looks up at you and says, "There is still a bit of power here, but I have kept my power through lies and deception for so long that I've lost my grip on most of it. It was only when I was able to siphon power from the Fate Stone itself that I was able to keep any semblance of godly power. And I had hoped by stealing Tiamat's domain that I would have a way to save everything, to clean up this mess I've made. But I've just destroyed the Tablet of Fate, and now I don't even have Tiamat's power."
That's right, Lolth destroyed it.
I mean, I guess that's not inaccurate.
That was just Paul making it. That's just Paul drawing. Keep the cheeky comment on everyone else.
So why hand this to me? I was sitting back there.
It's difficult to explain. It calls for you.
Rook is gonna take the stone. Do I feel anything with it in my hand?
You take a hold of this stone, and it really is, for a second, just like holding a rock. There's nothing special about it. And then you get a trickle of something right? Like taking that last drop out of an empty glass, right? You feel a connection to Lolth's domain of stealth and darkness and trickery. And then, as you feel that connection, the glittering power in the room also starts to drift towards you. And the emblem that is on everybody's chest, the glowing power symbol that is your connection to the Tablet of Fate, all of the symbols start to collect around you, Rook. And you start to feel the power in the stone starts to regenerate.
Whoa.
And as it does, I need you to roll me, a Constitution saving throw.
Have a bardic inspiration real quick. Just
Yeah.
D10.
I will allow that because you have a second of seeing this happen, right?
And, like, we all know the thing she was just handed and what might happen, so, like, Roll's like, wait, Brock would do this. Okay. Bling.
Okay, Constitution saving
Is this
throw.
something I can also just offer the help action on by just saying, okay, I've seen this before, and just kind of coaching Rook through it?
Just
I'll allow it.
reassuringly put your hand on Rook's shoulder.
Yeah, I'll allow it. So, at advantage, I believe that is...
Oh
what?
my god.
Oh, yeah.
I think
I
you're
rolled
good.
a nat 20.
Okay. So, a nat 20 for a total of what?
25 total.
I'm literally sitting here looking on Roll20, and I'm like, well, that sucks. And if it wasn't for Marty going above and beyond right there, I was like, because you hit the button right afterward, and like there was no advantage yet, and I'm just like sitting here like, you lucky dog. Done naturally.
Oh my god.
hadn't even brought it up yet.
If memory serves on that,
I know,
the
I just
DC for that
rolled
is
twice by
25.
accident.
Yeah.
That's
The DC for the
crazy.
first one is 25. Yeah.
That's
Y'all really
so
just styling
nice.
on Epi, the
I'm
only one who's
dead.
failed it.
No,
Oh,
excuse
no.
me, Epi did not fail it. That timeline doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Correct.
that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Not funny. Didn't happen.
Alright. So, let's resolve a few things at once. So, first, give me that wild magic roll, because you nat 20'd it.
Woohoo.
Yes, 2d100. 55 and 29.
Metal arm. Metal arm.
Right?
Um,
my arm turns metal again for the
All right.
third.
so, for the next hour, any skill check you roll is at advantage.
Sick.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
You feel the power wash over you. In that same moment, Doubletail, you feel your time stop over the Tablet of Fate shatter.
Oops.
You get the sense that it's because something has broken it.
Oh, no.
I don't like that.
And you are all watching as the ceiling over the top of the mountain is starting to dissolve. You see starlight above you.
The mountain itself is dissolving.
Yeah.
Like, guys,
Super
is this
sick.
like reality collapsing, mountain dissolving? Like the elemental plane of fire being eaten, dissolving?
It does look very similar to that, yes.
Sure feels
All right.
that way.
Alright, quick question when we sweep the room. Now that there's not a bajillion fucking spider webs of darkness, do I see the tree I've been hunting for the entire Feywild arc?
You do!
Alright, cool.
It is nestled safely in the back of the room. Yeah, it has not been harmed in any way. It has been relocated into a dark cave for several days at this point. So it's starting to look a little worse for wear for having not had access to sunlight.
Brock waves around. Okay, everyone, form a circle around the fucking tree. And then Roll leads you to the speaking stone. He wants to dial up Night Court. Hey, you guys need to plane shift to the coordinates of that tuning fork that you did on me now.
Nadir,
Yeah, what's up?
you see a familiar figure.
Oh.
Roll a perception check.
Oh boy, my favorite.
That's what you're good at, right? That's the thing.
Apparently I fucking am nat 20.
Let's go!
God damn.
Damn.
You
That's
know
what's
this
up.
person intimately.
Oh?
I don't think
That-
Nadir
I don't think
double
Nadir knows
like as a
anybody
friend.
intimately.
Huh?
Yeah, that's not nice to say.
No, I think Nadir is ace. I think that's a thing we've established.
Nadir's
He's got no game.
sexuality is 750 plus years old. It doesn't matter anymore.
Just
Got
a
all
piece
those-
of,
he's
it's
got
just a
all
dried
wisdom.
piece of licorice down there.
I
Goodness.
don't know what you said because Tyler was talking over it, and I don't want to know either.
Okay, I will not repeat it. You just have to hear it later when this episode comes out.
Right. All right. Well, let's start with that wild magic roll since you rolled a nat 20. I love that we're
sure.
having this happen tonight.
46 and 35.
Okay. So 46, 35. We'll resolve that in a moment. You look up with a 28 perception, and a figure that you rescued centuries ago is riding on the back of a massive beetle.
Oh boy.
Oh.
It is a childlike figure.
It's your son.
That is.
Sorry.
He is giggling and laughing in synchronization and like in harmony with a swarm of locusts that is eating reality away around it.
I think we see Nadir's face sort of flash a couple different things where first it's like, oh, somebody I recognize, and then it just sort of falls immediately as like recognition washes over. It's like, oh, it's you.
And the result of your wild magic surge is you cast blindness deafness at 3rd level. Who would you like to target?
Oh,
The sick
jeez.
baby? The sick baby? The sick baby?
Out of context, so bad.
Why don't we let it dice decide?
Stop doing that.
No.
Don't do that.
No, we should. We should.
No, I'm gonna go adjacent to that. The beetle.
Okay,
Okay.
that is
Hey.
probably the right call.
Okay.
What is your spell save DC?
Really low because I'm not spec'd into an offensive caster.
Okay,
16.
Oh.
16.
Respectable.
Yeah.
The beetles, what is the saving throw for blindness deafness? Hang on.
Oh fuck, I don't know. I don't have it.
A con saving throw. Well, unfortunately, the beetle rolls a 16 plus 2 on the die. So, it is not blinded or deafened. It is fine.
Oh well.
That would have
It is
been
what it is.
extremely funny.
Oh wait, hold on. Did you say I cast it at 3rd level?
Yeah?
3rd level means 2 targets.
Okay. Who's the second target?
The beetle again.
It does
The
not.
beetle's other eye.
It does not work that way.
One of the other smaller.
Yeah, no, I
beetles.
guess it does it would make sense for it to be like localized. So yeah, beetle and kid.
He passes easily. You recognize this as pestilence, or the avatar of pestilence, and disease and decay. And you are watching, as you look at it now, yeah, the locusts are, it looks like they're eating the mountain, but it also looks like eons are passing in the blink of an eye, and the mountain is just eroding away under the effects of pestilence's presence.
Who let this child out of the time lock prison?
I remember you telling us this story. Do you want me to tell you?
I trust me, I know. Okay.
I know. I'm just giving you shit.
Yeah. You all are sprinting. Lolth has a look of just serenity, as though she's known this was coming and is at peace with it. The rest of you are sprinting, I'm guessing, towards the tree. Rook, you are holding all of the power of Lolth's godly domain right now.
While running, yes.
And you passed the check. So you
Yes.
are able to do a godly act in this moment.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
What would a god of darkness, stealth, and sneaking and trickery do to help us in this situation?
Yeah. You all feel that the tablet of fate for the future has been consumed and destroyed. The only tablet of fate left in existence is the one at the Bard Rock Cafe. And Pestilence is here, and looks like he's just having a ball.
Having a ball.
But you, Rook, are holding on to the equivalent of a no-holds-barred divine intervention. Like the cleric ability where you call on a god for aid. Right now, that's you. You're the goddess. What would you like to do with that power?
Yes, this is... Okay, holy shit. Okay, so we have... Well, tree shenanigans. Are they gonna get dropped to deal with Pestilence?
I don't think we're gonna fight Pestilence right now.
Okay. So, our priorities, number one, is what, getting out of here?
Yeah,
Then, why don't we all turn invisible and get hastened?
Think bigger. You could steal us all to a different plane.
Can you just stealth this entire area out of their visibility? Like, just make them not know we're here, the entire chamber we're
that's
in?
kind of what I was trying to do. Yeah, like, get everybody in such a state that we're just able to boom bam the heck out of here.
You know, it's weird. They already deleted this area. They can leave it alone.
I actually like that because the flavor of it is Nadir just tried blindness deafness.
Tried.
And here you are just like, yeah, I like that. Let's crank it up to like 9,000, right?
What, 9,000?
It's over 9,000.
You all watch as darkness explodes out of Rook.
Sick.
Rook, you feel, like I say, it is an uncomfortable feeling. You rolled a 25, so it doesn't tear you apart from the inside. You're able to craft it and mold it and use it. It is still, it's intense. It's painful. It's like pulling a cast iron skillet out of the oven without oven mitts on, but it's all over, right? Like it is intense. But you are holding on to this unbelievable power and channeling it, and it's obeying your command. And Pestilence stops cackling, and he starts looking around, as does the entire swarm around him. And for the moment, they seem very confused by the fact that there's nothing left for them to see, because they know they haven't finished this part of their task yet.
But ain't nothing, dudes.
So, does the Night Court answer my phone call?
Yes. A shadowy portal opens, kind of in the same instance. Lady Nyx walks through, takes a very quick assessment of everything happening. In the same moment, Fairy and a bunch of pixies show up. Like, we're here to help! Oh, shit!
My little buddies.
Where's my food truck?
Nyx is taking everything in, and she says, well, I don't know how long this is going to last. Everyone into the portal, and we'll gather who we can. Seems we need to leave.
Do you have like a backhoe?
Brock, now's not the time.
For the tree? Can you make Armbar strong enough to carry a tree really quick? I don't know.
I can cast Enlarge on Armbar.
With a wave of her hand, the tree is transported.
Cool. Okay, we're good. And then I think Jenny Greenteeth and the food truck magically appear to also escape with us.
Yeah.
Because you guys abandoned them at the base of the mountain at some point.
Oh, yeah.
She just comes up there Tokyo drifting into the dark.
Oh my god, they let Jenny drive. I told them not to let Jenny drive.
Jenny is crashing this thing through this mountainside, followed by like an entire stronghold of frost giants. You fuckers left me down there.
Sorry, Jenny.
Just Kool-Aid Man.
All right, go. I think also, as we go through the portal, I think Lolth, who had accepted her death, gets scooped up by Inky. Like, you're not getting out of this that easy. You're helping us clean your fucking mess.
Okay. You have basically a very burned drow female commoner at this point.
That's fine. We aren't leaving her to die. That's not fair.
She is bereft of all of her abilities.
And someday the other gods might help make her face justice for her actions, but we're not leaving her to die.
Okay.
For now, she can be a waitress at the Bard Rock. It's fine.
True.
Or she steals my fucking tips, I don't know.
We'll get her.
Sure.
We'll get her back on her feet one way or another. Damn it.
So you are transported immediately back through the portal to the Night Court. You see Orion making his own portals and pulling people through. You see the Spring Court prince come through. It seems like they are all gathering who they can very quickly. Orion turns back to Nyx and, like, grabs her real quick and plants a kiss on her and it's like, what's going on? And she tells him, well, I think our time is up. And he looks over and he sees Lolth, but, like, there's, like, the disconnect of he knows who this is, but also it's not anymore, you know? Because it's Lolth, but she has no power. And he's pauses for a moment and just decides to move on. You see Queen Mab coming up. There is a large gathering of as many Fae as they can get. Orion says some of the other courts are starting to disappear. I don't know how much time we have, but our plane is unraveling quickly.
Party at my house?
I'm a fan of that idea. I think that, for better or worse, we'll have to rebuild after all of this. Well, Mab, would you like to do the honors? And the very tiny Queen Mab says, be a pleasure. I've escaped them once already. What's another time?
Yeah, one more time and I think we get a free yogurt or something.
Let's not start a punch card for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign off on that one.
Baragon's escaped 3 of these at least.
At least.
I feel like you've at least earned the free yogurt.
You know, actually, you know what? I have a restaurant. Free yogurt for everybody when we get there. Free frozen
Then
yogurt.
we should
even.
go. Let's get.
All right. We shouldn't waste any more time. Let's get moving.
Oh, yeah, we're just killing time during the whole minute it takes to set up this fucking planar shift.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Magic stuff. Whatever.
So everybody, like, you all feel as Mab opens a much more stable plane shift spell, empowered by the fact that several Fey nobility are there lending power to this spell, and just all of you feel yourselves shunted through space. It feels a little different from the last time you had the plane shift spell, in that you felt yourself rocketing through all these different planes to land at the Feywild. When you plane shift this time, it's like there's nothing there. It's like a short hop and you're back at the Bard Rock Cafe. And just all the other planes are just gone. And you have the unique experience of seeing it. There was the Feywild and the Shadowfell, and both were starting to vanish quickly.
Oh.
But the material plane seems like it's oddly resilient, and for better or worse, this is it. But now you're all back. And you feel immediately as you land on the material plane, you feel the thrumming familiar power of the Tablet of Fate in the basement of the Bard Rock Cafe. Much more stable and very clearly the driving force behind the material plane being the last one left. Nyx kind of brushes herself off. Wonderful work as always, Mab. What a quaint little town, she says about Waterdeep, one of the largest cities.
Yeah, yeah, little town. It's a quiet village. Every day's like the one before. Well, until 2 months ago when a giant meteor hit my house. Incidentally, this is my house.
Oh, lovely.
It's a little bit nicer on the inside. Here, I'll show you around. I have plenty of room for everybody. You look around, there's definitely like some in the neighborhood of 500 people here from across the entire fucking Feywild, and I have a 2-story tavern. This is definitely not going to fucking work.
Yeah, so the logistics of you just popped into the middle of Waterdeep with Fae. And like, not just humanoid Fae. Like, there's all sorts of nonsense happening right now. It's a little bit of chaos.
But this is also the street corner with the Tablet of Fate on it, so shit's always happening around here.
Correct.
I just yell, official force great business, back to normal.
Look, there's
Nothing to
just
see here.
one guard that's just like, not this again.
Yeah, no, that one
already got to
doomsayer
know
guy
you.
who haunts my corner is like, see, I told you.
Oh yeah, he's 100% there, just like, behold! The end is nigh.
Shut up.
Oh,
And, like-
yeah, we're working on it, dude. We'll get to you like tomorrow.
I feel somewhat responsible for this, but you know what? That's a problem for tomorrow, me.
Anyway, let me show you all to your rooms.
Yeah. So, all of the Fae high nobility, at least, will follow you. There is a lot of...
Oh, no, I have room for all of you, I promise. I keep waving my hand. And everyone's looking at it like, this is a fucking 2-story building. It's barely bigger than a house. And Brock is insistent he can fit 500 plus people in here.
Okay. They follow you in.
So I open the door and you see this enormous foyer that's got there's what's what I'm looking for? Wings. There's like wings of this building. And in the center you see a small, basically the exact same building you saw before that says Original Tavern. And in front of it is a reception desk. What you see is this enormous, there's fountains and there's elaborate statues and sectional sofas, places to sit. The art and flowers everywhere, just a fucking garden. And this is the remodeled Bard Rock Cafe Resort and Casino. We have 7,000 rooms, because Paul Googled the largest hotels on Earth, and the top 3 are around 7,000 rooms. I spent a lot of money to basically put the same enchantment the Blackstaff Tower has on this thing and make it a hotel and resort. We have enough... this is the Noah's Ark of the multiverse. We can fit a lot of people in here to escape the closing of reality should things fail and go the worst, which hopefully they won't, because I have been chosen by that rock in my basement to prevent that from happening. So, Fae Nobility, you can have the fancy suites. Everyone else, the rooms are pretty much all the same after that.
What dirt did you have on Mordekainen to get him to do this? Because I really want to know how you did this.
So, funny story, actually. Mordenkainen crashed a pink meteor into my house.
That's true. He did that.
That's loosely canon. It's complicated.
You know? That would do it.
Yeah, so he did me a solid and he built me a particularly magnificent mansion.
So you walk in and you're showing everyone to their rooms. It is not long before the Black Staff makes an appearance. She walks in and is familiar with the enchantments you've had put on the Bard Rock Cafe to enact this craziness. So she's not shocked. She is, however, very curious about all of the Fey creatures that have suddenly taken up residence.
Long story, here, let me get you some tea from the food truck. And I have this look of realization. I said, wait a minute. And I open it up and 1,000 hats explode out of it because the hat of many hats was in there with a bunch of hats I bought at the spring court for the last 2 days.
That's right, you did have that.
It's there are just so many hats. I just 1 second, and one of my retainers writes, Bard Rock, under the sign Bard Rock Cafe, and the Original Tavern says, and they write pencil in, and haberdashery.
Okay.
I pour the Blackstaff a cup of real tea, not prestidigitized, and tell her what happened while we're in the Feywild.
You are eventually joined by Malil, who takes a seat next to you and is listening to your story. You get the sense that it's not often that Malil gets the chance to be told a story, and he is taking it in quietly and respectfully. However, Epi and Rook, you are both approached by a familiar face as Felix walks up.
Hello.
Looking around. Hello, old friends.
Hi. How's it going?
Hey.
Oh, it's been an eventful couple of days. You've been busy.
Yeah, I made a lot of money.
Somehow.
Also, the planes are very much gone right now, and everything's sort of caving in on itself. There's a small child that's eating everything, and I don't just mean the food.
I'm sure I'll have more of an explanation for that one. Yes, we've picked up that the planes are disappearing. We've had lots of refugees from this plane and that plane. The material plane's getting quite crowded, you see. But Waterdeep, well, they've closed the walls, but there is a lot of people outside. So hopefully we can make some kind of sense of all this.
What have you been doing, Felix?
Me? I've been trying to make the best of things. I've called in some old
I'm
favors.
sure.
Called in some old contacts. I do have to ask. you've all been at the center of all of this. What's going to happen?
Felix, how am I supposed to know?
Well, he points to... He points first of all to everything, like the Bard Rock Cafe being this now hive of activity for all of these fey creatures. And he points to the glowing symbol on both of your chests, and he says, everything's revolving around you. I just thought maybe you had an idea.
Well, we do have to fight a somewhat omnipotent child that's eating everything with all of its bugs.
Yeah.
You said that
Or
once
kill the
already.
baby.
That was an odd statement, and you've said it again.
Don't forget about the really large man with the blobs of magic eating pudding. Brock
Yeah, there's
yells
that
across
too.
the way and then resumes his story.
And the
Alright.
big guy with the fuck off trident.
Oh, that too.
Oh, also that guy I played a violin against the one time, I think.
We have a lot of fighting to do.
Well, it seems we're going to need some allies.
The more the merrier. If we have a lot
Yes.
of dead people, I can start bringing those back en masse, but...
I think we have a large number of living people we're having trouble stocking in here.
That's true.
Well, my services are at your disposal.
Actually,
Can you get me like a chain to put this rock on? Because I want to wear it around my neck.
Felix.
Actually, 2 of those would be nice.
I thought you could just insert them into your beings.
You can.
I didn't know. I don't know
That's
that.
okay. Let her make a
They
fashion
are.
statement.
No, but Epi do that. I thought Epi's like, yeah, I want one too. And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Wait, how
it's
have you
cool.
been
Well, yeah,
carrying
you know
it?"
You know what?
I
Baragon wants
gave
one
the
too. Fuck
Raven
it.
Queen my Raven Skull necklace. I need something to go there. May as well be
Right.
the Fate Crystal.
I'm missing my necklace too.
I didn't have a necklace. Can I still have one?
I can give you guys cool hats. You can put them on, like crowns. I have like a tiara here. You just put it on the center of like a tiara. I have so
I
many
wear a
tiaras.
hood.
You don't understand? I have 48 tiaras, and they're gonna keep cloning themselves. Please take a tiara.
Felix takes a tiara and just slides it into his satchel, and it's like, I usually
Yeah,
have
I'm pretty sure I owed you like 500 gold for something. So yeah, we're good now.
I think we're past the point of money mattering, and I can't believe I'm saying that. But, well, all things come to an end eventually, including
one
this
said it's
business.
ending yet.
Well, I don't think gold is going to make much of a difference. Diamonds, maybe. Not gold.
That'd be very gingerly, just sort of kind of zips up or closes the sleeves a little bit, like, well.
Well, we have been business partners for a long time, the three of us.
Yeah.
True.
You look behind Felix, and there's a thing that says Felix's Casino. It's just a bunch of slot machines, and then you see it in smaller text and cat supplies.
Well, and like every casino
There's just a
machine
cat cafe.
is, yeah, it's all cat themed, right? Like, you know, the
Yes.
like the lever is the cat paw, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yes.
Yeah. All the little cat faces.
Yeah, it's just
Do what I
freaking-
can.
and there's also like cats everywhere, like all of them, because he's a cat merchant, and there's cats all over.
I really like that you made the little skylines for them to run across, and also the stuff on the wall that they can climb on. That's a real nice touch.
And then the little sign telling you that you might have a gambling problem is printed on a little cat hang in there baby sign.
You might have a gambling problem. It's just the cat taking off the lever.
Well, and the whole structure is oddly reminiscent of a cat tower.
You just gave a casino felt walls, and it is making me cringe.
Yeah, like from an architectural standpoint, it is not efficient. But from a thematic standpoint, yeah, this is absolutely,
Perfect.
this is what it feels like for a cat to go in a cat tower. It's just odd angles and stuff to climb, and yeah.
Somehow lined with slot machines.
Yeah, 100%. You want to play at the blackjack table? That is the very top.
Yeah, the high roller table is literal in this case. You climb up real high, and then when you leave, you roll down.
Yep. Also notoriously hard to leave, much like a regular casino. Like, once you go in there, it's very maze-like. Anyway.
I do know that I have the Coin of Fate, and I have been thinking about,
Please no cheating at my slot machines.
No, I'm good. But,
There are anti-cheating enchantments. It will turn you into a peacock.
I personally enjoy being a
I
peacock.
have this image of Epi rolling a 25 con save and just cranking through jackpot after jackpot.
Oh my god.
Just mass
none of
telekinesis.
none of the wards are going off because it's not magic, it's god power, right? So like, you're literally just changing fate. You're hitting the jackpot. It's fine.
But I had the thought that if there was an inciting incident that caused all of this, it could be undone. Or at the very least changed. Nadir, you said there was a point where the little pestilence child got out of a time prison. Maybe I could put him back?
Well, it would certainly be. I don't know. It was over 100 years ago, and it was already in ruin when we found it. I don't know if it's still standing.
Baragon, didn't the goddess Istis specifically recruit you to stop Moloch from changing the past before? Because it could, like, cause a grandfather paradox or some shit?
Yes.
I think we shouldn't do that.
True. But this is the Coin of Fate. Or the Fate Crystal.
So, if you had, like, 100 years to practice that, maybe you could pull off a 100-year back-in-time heist? I think if you try doing that now, we'll just scoop you off of my wall.
I admire your spirit, Epi, but I think we have to leave the past in the past. This time.
This time?
Yeah, you know, maybe
Why are
we can
you
try
so
and go.
pale?
we can-
You really are looking at me very, very intensely whenever I mention using this.
I can't imagine why.
Because your constitution is a single-digit number.
I
know it's not, I'm joking.
Excuse you, it's my strength that's only a 6.
A 6. That
Who
tracks.
needs it?
Epi is a twig.
The Tablet of Fate chose us to save reality, not to change reality so that it dies on someone else's watch when the baby gets free a second time.
That's a fair point. We'd just be delaying the inevitable.
We delay the inevitable, and maybe the heroes the Tablet chooses the next time aren't the right heroes for the job. The Tablet seems to think we are. I don't know why it thinks we are. I have no confidence in myself. But that's beside the point. If the Tablet says we're good enough, damn it, we're good enough.
I wonder if we could just remake all of the planes then.
That's a good idea, because here's the thing. I think us stopping stuff being destroyed doesn't put it back. Maybe we can ask Mort to start working on a spell that could rebuild the weave from the beginning if we have some weave left over.
Perhaps then I should use the fake coin to
Well,
make sure Mortimer's all of himself?
Well, I think Mortimer can start the process. We need to probably... I think getting Vecna to be not evil is, a to-do item. I don't think you can just twist fate and do it. Maybe we need to, soften Vecna up.
Well, that was sort of my end goal, so I'm glad we're on the same page.
We have a pretty good, we have some pretty good leverage here. It's either shape up or we're all dead anyway.
Right. Yeah, no, Vecna, do you like your stuff? Your stuff is here.
He also is really big on not dying, so I think that's
his
very
whole thing,
big,
right?
Yeah, it's kind of a selling point. Also, the fact that his other half has pretty much come up with a way to do exactly like what he was trying to do, but without the lichdom.
I mean, it's just the spell. There's 3 different wizard spells you get 7th level and higher. It's being a lich is so fucking important. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's a meta discussion. You just take the spell clone and do it, for fuck's sake. Do we have anything we need to do tonight, or should we all get a good night's rest and start preparing for this tomorrow?
Rook wants to rest.
I have a few things on my list that I would like to get done. Some things have sort of occurred to me.
Cool.
Alright, anything you need help with?
Do we know anybody that's particularly good at smithing?
So, we know, an entire tavern of Dwemer. I'm not going to be racist and say all dwarves are blacksmiths, but there's at least 2 blacksmiths there, right? There's gotta be just law of averages. They worship a god of blacksmithing. Some of them are probably blacksmiths.
We also have pretty much the entire city at our disposal, and I'm fairly certain you've dealt with the construction guilds before.
I mean, construction and smithing are two different skill sets. They have related skills.
I will also, above game, remind everyone that Armbar is the only one out of the entire group that is an honorary dwarf because of the drinking contest.
Yeah, he's an honorary dwarf. Like he goes. Tell you what, but don't they want you first thing in the morning? You, Armbar, and I can send Roll first thing in the morning with you because Roll has business with those guys to talk about too. Just after we get our long rest and level 16, basically.
Understood.
I promise I won't stay up too late writing new spells down in my book.
I'm keeping an eye on you. You aren't going anywhere. And I drag Epi by his goat horn into a room. And you can write all the spells you want, but you're not leaving this room. And Inky just watches you intently.
Damn.
I feel like I got grounded.
I remember the last 3 times we attempted to sleep.
I have insomnia. I like to walk around. It helps me relax.
Yes. And you just have a big, angry dog that will make sure you walk around in this room.
You know I know that teleportation spell, right?
You have no idea how many wards are on this building because the Blackstaff didn't want the Tablet of Fate to trigger, and none of those wards worked for stopping that one thing.
Is the Blackstaff still present, by the way?
Yes,
Hopefully
she
not
is.
in the same room as me and Epi.
No, I assume y'all are having private conversations, unless otherwise.
Baragon turns to her and says, would you happen to have access to that technology that they use to broadcast our tournament?
Oh, yes. I can recreate it.
Get that ready. I might need it tomorrow.
There's a clear line where she's wrestling with the idea that she's not in charge and needs to take orders, but she's the head wizard of the city. But then she accepts that things are a little above her at this point. She's like, very well. Give me a couple of hours and it'll be ready to go.
Thank you.
Rook wants to know where her mom is.
Rook wants to go find her mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably check on her.
So, basically at this point, I'm going to assume the next 8 hours are a long rest. You guys can do some light roleplay stuff if you want to, but any of the big deal stuff, we'll save. If it's going to involve heavy rolls, we'll save for after. But yeah, you can absolutely go find your mom. She is she's at your house, right? She's at the
Winking Beholder.
That's right, the Winking Beholder. It is packed.
I bet it's busy.
It is busy, but also not, right? You get there, and it is a mishmash of interplanar creatures and humans and all sorts of different types of creatures, and they are not trained for this. So your mother is trying to keep things organized and see what everybody needs. There is a succubus over in the corner trying to get some work. It's craziness, right? But she sees you and just everything else stops. She's mid-conversation with somebody and just walks away and walks over to you. Rook, dear, I'm so happy to see you. You made it back.
Happy to see you too, Mom.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
She goes immediately into checking you and pulling your hair back and looking around
ow.
Have you been eating well? You're in so far above your head. What's been going on?
There is so much going on. I kind of just maybe wanted to hang out with you a little bit before we have to go into probably a lot more craziness.
Oh.
Does Cook have any of those cookies out?
I think we can find some. Come on, let's go back to our room and you can tell me everything. She goes into the kitchen and there's a shelf where stuff is stashed and she pulls out some of those cookies that had been set aside. And she kind of is waiting on you.
So after Rook shoves a cookie in her mouth, she's like, and then we're in the Feywild? Excuse me. And then I met these witches. And so she tells her about the witch encounter, talks about beautiful Lady Nyx, talks about how Fairy got to meet other fairy, other birds like Fairy. It's kind of recounting that part of the journey first. And now we brought this spider Lolth back with us. I think it's supposed to help in the big clash that's probably gonna happen tomorrow. And that's, I don't know. I'm a little all over the place, Mom.
So, you know your mother. And she puts forth a heroic effort at staying, like, neutral throughout the story and, like, supportive, but, you know, you start getting more and more into things you found out about yourself, and you've gained Lolth's power, and now she's here, but she's more... And the facade just starts to chip away, and you see just, like, a full range of emotions on her face, with, like, concern underlying everything, but also, like, pride and fear for your safety, and kind of helplessness, like this is more than she has any ability to do anything about. And, like, your mother doesn't usually have a easily readable face, right? It's easier for you because you're her daughter. But at the end of your story, she's very quiet, and she's just kind of holding on to a cookie and sitting on the bed across from you. And then finally she looks up, and, like, her eyes are kind of misty, and she just looks at you and she says, Rook.
Yeah, Mom?
I am so proud to have you as a daughter.
Aww. Well, you raised me, Mom. You're the reason I do everything. And I know what I'm gonna have to do. It's pretty scary, but don't worry, Mom. Because there's one thing I learned is that I'm supposed to be doing this. I don't really know why me, out of all the people in the world, but I have to help, and I have to do this. And... whew.
She just kind of takes your head in her hands, right? She says, we all hear stories. I read you several of them growing up. But
I know, I remember. I always loved them.
Fate always chooses the right people. And I know you. And you can do this. And you will be surprised by your own strength.
Rook just gives her mom a big ol' hug.
She returns, she holds you. She spends as long as you want, just spending time with you into the night and talking with you, giving you any words of advice or encouragement that she can, and just spending one of the last nights of reality with her daughter.
And that's that. That's exactly what Rook wants.
And you absolutely get a full long rest. In spite of people constantly, like, asking your mother to come out of the room to help, and she just ignores them. Eventually, the knocks stop, but it takes a while. But yeah, so that is Rook's preparation heading into all of this. Does anybody else have anything they want to do during the long rest before we get into, like, the nitty-gritty preparation stuff?
Peppy, Diana, I brought you both a cup of tea. It's not Earl Grey, but I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, I've had your tea, and it's all cups of lies.
First of all, I make the finest tea prestidigitation has to offer. Second of all, this is a new line of teas we'll be serving at the Bard Rock from now on by our partners at Many Worlds Tavern.
Oh, I've heard of them. I'm particularly fond of Sleepy Fields and Golden Root myself.
Well, look, if it's good enough for Diana, it's good enough for me. I'll have a cup of that Verdant Harbor.
Of course! Here you go. And I pour Eppy a cup of tea.
Eppy, roll perception to determine if the tea is made of lies.
Damn it. That's a natural one.
First of all, you are absolutely convinced Brock used prestidigitation on this tea. Second of all, you feel a wild magic surge inside you, and dozens of thirsty customers appear outside of Brock's food truck right here in the graveyard.
No worries, folks. We have plenty of tea from Many Worlds Tavern for all of you. Try a cup of Sage's Gate or Sacred Spring. Somehow I already have dozens of cups of this already prepared and steeped for this occasion.
Of course you did.
Want to brew some of this delicious tea at home? Just go to http://manyworldsTavern.com/BardRockCafe and use the code BardRockCafe at checkout to save 10% on your order. As always, a portion of your order supports the show. And if you're a coffee drinker like my good friend Armbar, they have options for you there too.
Brock, I'm happy for you and all, but get your food truck and all your customers off my lawn.
Sorry, Dan, I can't hear you. This tea is selling like hotcakes. And so are the hotcakes. Bye, everybody. Effie, we just opened up a gift shop to help raise funds to rebuild the Bard Rock. Look at this fancy new design.
I'd love that on a new t-shirt.
You are transported to a world of t-shirts, all identical. You can feel your sense of self slipping away from you as the shirts reach out and grab you and assimilate.
I cast Dispel Magic.
Effie, where'd you go?
Wild magic. Don't ask, it was terrible. So, where's the gift shop going to be?
Oh, well, we have two storefronts, bardrockcafe.redbubble.com and tpublic.com/users/bardrockcafe, so anyone can support the Bard Rock.
You know, the coffee mug is really cute.
And that's not all we sell. We have t-shirts, hoodies, children's apparel, baby
Bard
onesies,
Rock
notebooks,
Cafe's gift shop
stickers.
is now open. Sales go to support the show, so if you want to help out and also get some cool Bard Rock Cafe merch, go check it out.
That's everything we had so far. Epi, are you listening?
Did you say something?
Where are we now, Llewellyn?
Well, Meanie, it looks like we've arrived in a universe where Jump Leads is part of the Bard Rock network of podcasts.
The Bard Rock Network? Wow! That's a whole new audience ready to experience our adventures jumping through parallel universes, like when we found that colony of religious robots, or the time we were chased by a knife-wielding dinosaur.
What about when you spent a whole episode looking for a bathroom?
We don't have to talk about that.
Listen to the scripted sci-fi comedy podcast audiences are calling a cross between Sliders, Doctor Who, and Lower Decks. Jump Leads. Season 1 available now wherever you get your podcasts. Season 2 coming soon.
Who was that?
Sounds like this reality is actually an ad spot.
An ad spot? Wait, so none of this is canon?
It was, until you asked that question.
Does anybody else have anything they want to do during the long rest before we get into, like, the nitty-gritty preparation stuff?
I just have one question. Is my backyard a druid grove now because a dryad's tree is in it?
Not yet, but it's certainly able to be done, right? Like, it's...
Okay.
If anything, we're gonna prime it, that would be it, right?
Okay, cool.
And you do know some druids, you know.
Alright, so I think, while Epi is scribbling in his book and refusing to go to sleep because apparently Epi has the worst insomnia, Brock is trying to sleep and like, oh my god, could you write any louder? Fine, I was gonna do this tomorrow. He like fishes and there's this box that he bought in the elemental plane of fire. He's like, I don't want you to think too much anything about this. I got this for you. And he holds a ring out to Epi.
Epi kind of looks at it and sort of... Alright, I know I like diamonds, but you do realize this may have connotations to it. Great taste in ring making, though.
So it's a special ring. It's a shared ring of spell storing. Basically, the two people who wear these rings can each store one spell in it, and the other person can cast the spell that the other person stored.
Huh. Excellent taste in rings.
Yeah, so I'll wear one, and you wear one. I have an idea of some of your spells. You know, we can like... You know, and I think we just spend like the next 10 minutes having like a slumber party where we go over each other's spell list to pick the spells that we put in the rings.
We just go through each other's spell books, just like, alright. And so this here, if you want to raise the dead, you can. It's kind of cool. They kind of go, when they walk around, and it's neat. But we also have other stuff like disintegrate or polymorph. You could turn anyone into a peacock. It's just 10 minutes of this.
Yeah, and then Epi going, why the fuck is yours just musical notes? Because mine's a songbook. Jeez, don't judge.
Alright, so how to cast... Okay, so this here is like mass healing word, and I'm just supposed to hum a ditty? How does that even go?
Well, no, you gotta translate it, and I think we hold my songbook up to Mort, and Mort translates it into wizard speak.
Ah, fair enough.
Because Mort can canonically copy and paste text from other written documents.
Yes.
This is true.
And it's like the flight of the bumblebee turns into planar ally.
It works.
No issues here.
It's literally just like reading musical instructions for how to musically play, right? Like crescendo into mass healing word. Just
all right, Epi, I want you to check out this spell here. This one right here. All right. So it goes, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
Nope.
Boo.
Just gonna cut you off right there.
Boo.
We're gonna stop that crap.
Look, I already know. Damn it! Look, I already know Al Dabzian's horrible wilting. All right, we don't need to learn it again. But eventually, Epi's just gonna stand up. It's like, all right, well, I know you don't want me to leave this room, but I'm sorry. There's certain things that take a little bit more precedence.
That's why I brought us in the room with 2 twin beds, Epi. Like, we've shared a sleeping area before. You don't have to share a bed with me. There's an entire second bed here. Have you not lived in a hotel before?
I know, but I also... Rook's heading home to her family. I have a very large family, and Epi's just dipping
I forget
a finger.
people like their families.
That's me in real life.
I'm so sorry about yours. Mine's pretty decent, and Epi's just sort of drawing this... It looks like a teleportation circle on the ground with the ink. And it's just... So, I've got my granny who just sort of runs the place. She's so cool. She's the one that got me into magic in the first place. My dad, Lorenzo, he's a court wizard. He's still drawing. Met my mother, Alessia, while they were adventuring. And then...
You definitely shouldn't cast a teleportation spell in here. The Tablet of Fate is technically still in this building.
Well, you won't let me out of the room.
You can just ask nicely. I just didn't want you to wander around and doing a bajillion things for 6 hours. Yes, go talk to your grandma or whatever. Just don't use magic to leave this building and turn my bedroom into a cactus or something.
Honestly, knowing the two of us, it'd probably just fill with sand.
That's true.
It's been a while since we had our little spat the last time.
That's true. Epi's allowed to leave the room, but is eerily suspicious that his shadow has a second, angrier shadow in it. The last thing I told Inky to do was watch Epi.
That's not the worst thing if something tries to attack me. I'm a little squishy. Us wizards, we're glass cannons. But yeah, I've also got all of my siblings. At the very least, I haven't been home in 3, maybe 4 years now. Should at least say hi before the world ends. I promise I will attempt to get some sleep.
Fine, maybe I'll talk to my dad tomorrow too, I guess. I need to tell him to several expletives, so...
You know what? If you need me to, I can draw you a teleportation circle outside of the hotel to take you right to him.
No, it's fine. I'll walk there, and I'll bring reinforcements.
Alright then. I'll see you in the morning. I promise I won't wander around too much.
Have a good night, Epi.
You too. And I take a little bit of the pocket sand that I have had since the beginning and just toss it on his bed before I leave. Just to annoy him.
That is my sand. I won it in a bet from you.
Alright.
Why do you
Epi
still have that
empties
sand?
all the sand out of his pockets and puts it on the bed. All yours, buddy.
I prestidigitize it into a nice pile in a vase.
Epi gives you a people's wink on the way out. Yeah! It is not as good as Baragon's.
Yeah.
Right, roll performance.
Yeah, roll for it.
Roll performance for the Epi's people's wink.
You see me do it off. Just performance, yeah.
Okay, yeah, performance.
Performance is charisma if you're not proficient, so.
Hey, it's a 19. It's not as good as Baragon's, but it's pretty good for a wizard.
Hey, you wink in a podcast and it's not bad.
Womp, womp,
there you
womp.
go.
But Epi's gonna take the long walk back to his folks' house and just... He's still got a key and all that. But... sort of walks in, knocks on the door. I'm not sure which one of his family members is gonna open the door, but... he just opens with, "So, did you get the shipment of all of the gems and money that I've won over the course of this past couple of years?"
Epi walks in to find much of his family gathered there, and he is met oddly with the kind of prodigal son treatment of, We're so happy to see you. You're safe. For the sake of brevity, I'm not going to introduce all of Epi's family on...
He has so much.
this late of an episode. But you are also able to spend the night catching up.
It's nice. He hasn't seen them in years at this point.
And there is this sense of there's a lot that's happened, and right now none of it matters, and it's all just kind of water under the bridge.
Yeah. It's nice to have family time again after so long.
Anybody else have something for the long rest?
I got a little something.
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
Ooh.
So, Armbar and Minibar have been down at the bar, drinking with everybody.
Wait, the bar or the original bar?
Just where everybody's
Bar.
hanging out, where we broke open a cask of ale or something like that, and everybody's drinking and stuff like that.
I was just joking because my tavern has a smaller tavern inside of it. I wasn't sure if you wanted to go to the one you're nostalgic for or the nice new one.
It's the nostalgic one for sure.
Okay.
That's nice.
And your grandmother's running the bar because she canonically does work here.
So, Minibar and I head out in the front. I whip out a cigar, and I look down at the little guy, and I break the cigar in half and hand him half of it. He starts smoking a stogie, and then, cheers each other and stuff like that, and we're standing there for a little while looking outside in the nice cold night air, and Armbar says, "Well, little buddy, this'll be our post when we're done. Open up a can of lupus on this evil guy the boss wants us to beat up or something. But I gotta say, little guy, other than Granny in there, I never had a lot of family. So even though you're just a little version of me, I can't help thinking of you like a little brother. So cheers to you and me, little man. This is where we'll spend the rest of our lives, having a great time with the old boss." And we cheers and end the night smoking our stove outside.
Aww.
Cute.
Very well.
I think Baragon kind of has been, shuffling around, trying to think of things to do and ways to prepare for tomorrow, and kind of sees Rook goes off to see her mother, Epi goes off to see his family, Armbar and Minibar are having their time, and there's a real moment of sadness that crosses Baragon's face, that it's oh, I've lived a long time and I've not done much for much of my life. And he thinks about it for a little too long, but then kind of steals his resolve and knows that what he has to do tomorrow is the best course of action.
Damn.
Don't worry, he'll have more time after we save the world.
That just leaves Nadir. What is Nadir doing during this long rest?
Nadir is in the room that's been assigned to him for a while, but of course he hasn't been in much. And he's pulled up a chair to the window and he's doing something that he hasn't done in a very, very long time. But it's something that desperate people do during desperate times. And he is praying. Not to anyone in particular. Of course, his thoughts drift to Paladine, because that is the goddess that had originally given him his, divine side, the divine touch that he uses. And he's at this for probably several hours, almost combining it with the sort of trance that he goes into at night in lieu of sleeping. And at some point during the night, there is a soft, thoom out from his body, as a lot of what he had before has been restored, as if it's necessary for what's coming up. And those who are sensitive could probably feel it a little bit emanating out under the door.
I think if it reads as a more divine energy, I think Baragon would pick up on that.
Yeah.
And just kind of tap on the door, and maybe it's like cracked open a little bit, so it just kind of opens and he goes,
Yeah, I think it's like cracked open and like the slight wrap pushes it open.
Yeah, and Baragon's like, sorry,
Oh, no, it's fine. I was just finishing up anyway, I guess. Did you need something?
Well, I just felt something and I wanted to come check on you. Is everything all right?
Well, I mean, it is the end of the world probably tomorrow, but
didn't know you as a sarcastic type, I suppose.
Well, even an old man can have levity in these sorts of times. It's necessary, almost, I think.
I can't imagine. I find myself in my later years at this point, and I can't imagine living as long as you have and knowing the things that you know.
I have seen a lot. I've seen rise and fall of heroes and tyrants, of devil lords and deities themselves, but I have never seen the plains disappear. This is a lot, quite frankly. And I don't know if we will make it through.
But I do think you have the right idea.
How do you mean?
I'll explain in the morning. I've just come up with a plan that might give us a little more of an edge.
Well, I don't like being left in suspense, but I guess it is quite late, or maybe early.
Yes, might be good to actually get some rest. Big day tomorrow.
Yeah, you too.
And also with you.
Oh, wow.
As Baragon is walking out, Brock walks up like, Nadir, there was a bright light. I think you set off your life alert. Are you okay?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
But I was trying to sleep and I couldn't because Epi writes really fucking loud and then left with my guard dog. And I was like thinking about this. So I have a holy symbol of a dragon god, and you can see he's holding it with a cloth because he doesn't want to touch it because he keeps seeing his friends almost explode. He's like, I remember you told us that story about like when you let the sick baby out of the baby jail, and you said that Bahamut had sent you on that quest. So I think you have like a holy connection to Bahamut. I don't suppose you'd find the symbol of Tiamat useful to maybe pray to Bahamut for our help or whatever. I feel like this is more useful in your hands than mine.
Well, a bit late for that, I think. I just finished up, actually, but, well, it can never hurt to have too many divine relics on hand at a time like this.
Speaking of which, you like books. I have this book, and I pull out the Book of Sacred Deeds. Like, none of us is a cleric or a paladin, but like 7 of us have like god things at this point. I don't know if like anyone would find use for this book. And Baragon's standing right fucking there and going to above game be a paladin tomorrow morning.
What did you say the book was?
The Book of Exalted Deeds. The legendary artifact that supercharges clerics and paladins.
Oh.
We just have one of those, so.
Oh, I had no idea about this.
Yeah, no, from the mini-series we ran where a bunch of people escaped from the Abyss and the 9 Hells before they were eaten during the thing where we'd fight Zuctamoy. They rescued the Book of Exalted Deeds from the Abyss.
I see.
And they brought it to us because we could use it to help save the world. And Brock's like, okay, I got it. What the fuck do I do with it?
Well, I suppose I will give it a look. I'm not super, I can read, but I'm not super great with the words and the whatnot.
I think it has something to do with like a divine connection. You've gotten more experience with the god balls than anyone else, so.
Don't call them god balls.
I have been told not to call them that. I'm going to continue to call them that, not going to lie. Anyway, good night, Nadir. Good night, Barry.
Good night, Brock.
And I just absentmindedly hand Baragon the book.
I'm sorry, God.
I like that conversation started out with, Nadir, you like books, right?
I'm glad that after being my friend for over a decade, you can tell when I'm setting up a joke on purpose, Tensai.
Sorry, fucking god balls just killed me.
Don't call them god balls.
Yeah, no, the god balls did just kill you one time.
That's
They did. They very much did.
not funny. Didn't happen.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so I guess
Kenny, I know you just got back, but we were done with that. Are we done with that scene? Is there something more you want out of it? I'm sorry.
I mean, I wanted Nadir to have the symbol of Tiamat because I feel like his divine connection to Bahamut would be useful, and I wanted Marty, who actually is the intended class for the Book of Exalted Deeds, to have the Book of Exalted Deeds we have lying around. So I handed them to you guys before we sleep, so you have them for whatever. Because Brock does not want to be a god of dragons, so he's just like, nope. I think this holy symbol might be a god ball or be holding one. I don't want it. I don't want to disintegrate I'm like Thanos snapped me away, so.
God balls.
I don't know what I missed, but I've got god balls. That one, I'm good.
Baragon has the Book of Exalted Deeds now.
Cool.
I was like, you missed some really poignant role playing, and then also the word God balls.
Yeah, that tracks for us.
Honestly, yeah, for this show, I would not expect anything less.
I'm saying, I just had 3 banger jokes back to back in that scene: God balls, life alert, and the third one I remember we laughed at that I don't remember telling.
That means it was
We're going
good.
back to the tape, and there's 2.
That means it was good if you said it 2 minutes ago and can't remember it.
Is there anything else that Rook wants to get done before we wrap up for Rook? Because there's some other scenes that need to happen tonight.
Nah.
Okay.
Not for Rook.
Respect.
I think I've got everything Rook-related done that I wanted to get done tonight.
Oh,
so
I do have a question for Rook that I hope Khadijah was thinking about after I DM'd it to her earlier. What would a holy symbol to Rook look like?
I genuinely stopped thinking about it the moment that we had our exchange.
Fair enough.
So I think I'm gonna stick with some kind of elfy, leafy dagger thing.
May I suggest a dagger with an amaryllis on it?
That was my...
A flower handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was going to be my knee-jerk thought about it was... Anyway, it's yours, so you do it.
Yeah. Yeah, some kind of flowery, planty dagger thing.
Fair enough.
Let's say amaryllis.
We'll roll with that. Perfect.
Nadir.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. What's up?
So, as you are resting and reflecting and praying for the first time in a long time, at just the edge of your consciousness, you hear a whisper. You can't make out what it says, but you know you are being spoken to. Nadir, roll a history check for me, please.
Yeah!
Are you sure? Do you really want me to?
Do it.
One last history check.
The DC is 30.
Whoa. Don't roll bad.
But it matters.
Oh no, I rolled a 2.
For a total of
27.
Just do that thing you do where you
you're favored by the gods or whatever.
Yeah.
I can only do that once a day. I don't want to use it immediately upon waking up.
What part of this is important do you not understand, old man?
Would you like to use the Felix dice?
Felix dice.
That's a good idea.
It's important that you pass this thing with your redonkulous history score.
Yeah, with the Felix dice, it's impossible for you to fail it on anything other than a natural 1.
It is.
I guess so.
Yeah!
So roll a 1d20 plus fucking 30.
Plus, literally plus 25. I'm looking at it right now.
I want to see the number. I want to know what your...
I almost rolled a d30. Perfectly average roll of 40.
Oh,
yeah, normal.
Nice.
Normal, you know.
I'm glad I stayed for that.
There are whispers in your mind that your mind cannot understand. You are able to trace the source back to your staff.
Oh.
And while you don't understand the knowledge that you've been given, you know something that has been forgotten.
Damn.
Forever. Like, since before time, you have knowledge that was lost. But you don't know what it is yet. Your mind doesn't have the capacity for it.
Oh.
However, your staff does also get its final upgrade. Here at the end of time.
There's just a fucking skull on top of it when I wake up.
Only visible to you, and only if you focus. It is like a construct of air that looks like a skull. But if you look hard enough, you and you alone can see it, and it does seem to be whispering to you.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, whoa.
As he gets up and, does his, normal morning of collecting everything, as he grabs the staff and puts his hand through where this skull may or may not be. Oh, it's been too long, old friend. Suddenly, I think we can do this now.
And with that, everyone completes their long rest.
Okay, cool. Just real quick here for logistics. I assume Granny Snickerdoodle fed me a hero's feast for breakfast, so I can summon roll as a simulacrum for next episode for the stuff he's going to do.
Of course she did, Sonny.
Thank you, Granny. I appreciate you so much. All right, so Roll, you're gonna meet up with everybody at the Keel Hall Dwarf later, but let's go talk to Dad. All right, so we roll up to the Song family estate, and of course we get there, and Dad sees two of us.
And he seems a mix of confused and also well, that makes sense. It's not the weirdest thing he's seen today, so...
Yeah, I think Love and Mom are there, and Brock says, Love, Mom, I'm going to talk to you guys. I just need a minute with Dad. Well, we need a minute with Dad, I guess I should say. Weird circumstances. Hi, this is Roll. I gave him a body. Roll gingerly waves.
Your father is taking both of you in with... It's not... You know what disapproving looks like, and it's not that. It's more just, assessing what he's seeing. And it's very taciturn and not a lot of emotion behind it.
Right. Just one of Dad's other modes. He has, 3 modes. I got it.
Yeah. He says, you're in the middle of all of this, aren't you?
I am. And last night, all of my friends, to the best of their ability, said, I want to go and talk to my family one last time before the end of the world. And, I thought to myself, as I didn't do that when I was getting ready to bed, I just didn't want to, Dad. Not because I didn't want to talk to Love or Mom, but because you never approved me before. Why should that change now that I'm responsible for the survival or lack thereof of the universe? Even if I could get your approval for that, if that is as far as it had to go, I've learned through the last 2 months, I don't need your approval. I have bested gods and demon lords and archdevils. I have faced and defeated death itself, and none of that was ever good enough for you. It was never going to be good enough for you. And I want you to know, should the world end, I will have peace with the fact that I never got your approval, and I wasted too much time trying to earn it. Should the world live, we're still family, but I'm done pursuing your approval. Our relationship from now on is going to be on my terms and not yours.
He hears you out, and true to form, he doesn't say anything for a moment. And he just kind of... There's a motion that he does with his facial expression where, he's chewing on what to say for a second. And then he said finally, it was always childish of you to seek my approval. I always called for you to be better. And now you are. I'm glad that you took my lessons to heart after all these years.
There's a psychic connection between Roll and Brock. Roll's he's just trying to save face, right? This is bullshit. Brock was this is the closest we're gonna get to an apology. And I think the dad clocks the two talking psychically, and I think he probably thinks to himself, I can't hear you, but I fucking know what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, because as much as you know him, he also knows you, right?
Right.
He's still your dad. He's still seeing all of the little shit energy that you have, right? And
I think what happens is after a solid 45 seconds of quote silence, Brock and Roll look at each other and say, "All right, Dad, we're gonna give this another try, but you gotta show us respect as men from now on." And they hold out each of their hands for a handshake to the dad.
He just kind of huffs a little bit and turns and walks away.
Oh, what a bitch!
Brock reaches into his pocket and he like fishes around. He like pulls out the scroll and says, "Epi's tap." No, it's not it. He pulls it. He's like, "Okay, Christmas card list. Crosses Dad off list." Got him.
So take
Next
that.
Christmas special is gonna be sad.
Take that, Pop.
He goes to talk to his mom. And this one's much briefer.
Yeah.
They wax about it. He just says, "So, Mom, I've been suspecting something for 2 actual months now. Was it you that gave me this fucking guitar to win at that violin contest?"
She confirms your suspicions.
And he's like, "Thank you." And he and Roll give her a big hug.
And like, there's this kind of undertone of understanding that she is married to a very cold man, but she still loves you very much, and she's doing the best that she can, you know? And like, the hug and the embrace really just kind of communicates that feeling. Just how proud she is of you, how much she loves you and wants the best for you. All the complicated dynamics of growing up in that house aside. You're her son.
Yep. And last but not least, the favored son. Rock and roll up into Love's room. Like, "I'm pretty sure I'm the middle child now. I don't know how this works. You know, I said my heartfelt things to Mom and Dad. Well, heartfelt's not the right word for it. I had my conversation with Dad. I know you're gonna be on the front lines tomorrow, same as everybody else. Please don't die."
He kind of just... I mean, he's your character, so I'm...
I mean, you've roleplayed Love well in the past. Like, you know Love. You and I have nailed the brotherly interactions before with this.
Yeah, Love is kind of... He takes it all in, and he is a paladin. He understands the gravity of what's happening right now. And at least between the two of you, there's honestly not much left to say. So he just is like, "I hope to see you on the other side. Whatever that looks like."
Alright. And when the time comes for you to be done fighting, I want you to retreat to my cafe. Just everyone's gonna fall back to the Tablet of Fate.
Alright. Weirdly, I think you're the one in charge right now. So...
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked me for this either, but here we are.
that gets a rare grin from Love. Not the charming grin, but like the actual genuine, like, amused smile, right? The brotherly one.
Alright, so they do like a big bro hug where it starts as a handshake and they pull each other in and do the like back
the
clap.
shoulder clap. Yeah.
Yeah, and then as Brock walks out to go do his other stuff, he's like, oh, also I beat Lolth the other day, just so you know, bye.
No response, just...
She works at the cafe now, bye!
Yeah, just every time Brock sees his brother and he's like, "Here's this one thing I did that's like a holy hero adventure thing you didn't do. You have Dad's approval, but I literally beat a god."
Does this make Brock the youngest sibling? Because that's serious youngest sibling behavior.
It is.
Well, you have to understand, Brock's whole dynamic is he is the older sibling, but because his father didn't like him, his younger sibling got elevated to elder son status.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what I'm going for, yeah.
Ooh, my bones.
My bones.
Sorry, I guess I just didn't know what to say in that moment. I had the ADHD need to like respond in some way, I guess.
No, it was weirdly appropriate. It just I was not.
All right.
I was not expecting.
Anyway, Brock then makes his way over to Blackstaff Tower, presumably where Baragon is getting ready to make his big speech. He's like, "Okay, Barry, you got this." And I slap him on the shoulder, and I give him a bardic inspiration and enhance ability for charisma.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so advantage and a bardic inspiration, plus all the other nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Blackstaff has the apparatus ready. You are handed basically a microphone.
Oh, here you go. I got one for you. I handed him the magic mic.
There you go.
Oh,
the magic mic. Okay. Thank you for that.
Hey, I'm just lending it back to you.
Fair enough. We kind of cut back to a little like some time ago, Baragon's been busy this morning. Went with Armbar to see the... What were their names? Was it the Keelhaul Dwarf?
Keelhaul Dwarf.
I can speak words.
I hope so. You're about to need to.
Yeah, I'm about to need to. Really badly.
This is just what Baragon says to himself as he's getting up there.
It's very much like I know this is, kind of a rush order, and this might be the last day of existence, but I need a little smithing help. And he produces 3 somewhat crude drawings.
He didn't even ask his friend, the art major, to do the drawings for him.
No, he didn't.
But I can roll performance really quick to give you a good drawing.
I can roll performance. I'm proficient in performance. I'm not proficient
in performance.
You're expert. You know what?
I got expertise.
Try it, Marty.
I got a 22 in performance, okay?
All right, yeah, okay.
They're good
let's do
drawings.
A roll off here. Let's see how my drawing does, just because Brock wants to show you up really quick. That is 16 plus 15 for 31.
16 plus a million. It doesn't even matter.
I drew it so good, they're not sure it's on paper.
Okay, so there's 3 little iron, they're drawings of little simple iron discs. One is a set of 2 lion tails swirling together in a helix. One shows a dagger with an amaryllis for a hilt. And one shows the skull of a goat. And Baragon tells the Dwarger, make as many of these as you can, pass them around the city.
So everyone kind of understands, right? Like, big things are happening, and the Bard Rock Cafe is at the center of it all. Word has gotten out, right? Like, you guys have been on interplanar television. You guys have been the only ones able to cast divine resurrection magic. Word has gotten around. So here are these dwarves, knowing that something is going on and not sure what to do. And one of the people at the middle of all of this is saying, this is what we need. 8 hours later, you get the sense that they have organized and produced as many as physically possible.
You have so many cleric coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're perfect coasters. If you don't want to believe, that's fine. They make a good coaster. They're 5 copper.
That worked out pretty good there, Double Tail.
I have also assigned all 3 of my retainers to just help distribute these for Baragon and the dwarves.
The actual material that they're made out of does vary. It seems like they got everybody on it. So some of them are made of copper or stone or like gems. Like, it's a wide variety, but they're all like very distinct, and it's clear what they are. And because it's the dwarves, they're all pretty good quality.
Another thing Baragon has gone and done before this. Let's see. Should it be Roshi or should it be Granny Snickerdoodle?
I mean, Granny Snickerdoodle's already at the site.
That's true. I want to involve Roshi.
Eh?
Hello.
Hey there, old timer. How can I help you?
I forgot what Roshi was like. Can I change my...
Yeah, my version of Roshi is not the same as Kenny's version of Roshi.
I'm so fucking happy to be involved right now. How can I help?
Listen, I have a very important task for you.
And you picked me?
Yes.
All right.
Against his better judgment.
Against all odds, I believe you to be a powerful cleric of some renown.
Yep.
I need you to take one of these, and he hands Roshi one of Baragon's new holy symbols, and I need you to construct a temple just for today.
Huh?
You can do that, right? That's like a cleric thing? You guys make temples really fast?
Yeah, it's like a high-level spell, idiot. I don't have cleric spells, and what the fuck is this? It's literally a helix with, like, some weird fur shit on it. What is this?
D&D clerics just raise temples faster than the Amish raise barns.
I knew I should have asked Granny Snickerdoodle.
I love that I could have taken the Make Fortress spell. Like, that's just something I could have done.
Yeah, but it's not the same as Temple of the Gods. You'd be like, this is a Temple of the Gods, and the sign that says Temple of the Gods falls off of it.
Yeah, I could have done that shit when Ogma was still around, but he hadn't been saying shit.
Listen.
I thought that the Holy Magic and Waterdeep turned back on when we fixed the tablet like 3 days ago.
Yeah, but not from Ogma.
Ogma's gone.
Yeah.
Just pray to this new god Baragon's giving you a holy symbol for, no problem.
Right.
I can help.
Who is this god? He's not going to answer my prayers. I spent my whole life serving this other one. What? Listen, you have no idea how any of this shit works.
I think I have more of an idea than you realize, and I show off the divine domain of time to this old man.
Holy fucking shit! I see everything. I can see around corners before I get to them. I remember.
Roshi.
What?
Focus up.
He looks at you and he sees God and he falls to his knees.
This is a very...
As you wish.
You will be
your
my
godliness.
Cleric.
You just called him an old man 2 seconds ago.
I just...
My bones!
I'm suddenly regretting my final life choices. You will be my first prophet, my first cleric. You, Roshi, formerly of the Temple of Ogma.
He's openly weeping, right? It's like, I'll do everything you command. I will construct the greatest temple. And he immediately, goes off. He's like, I'll gather everything I need. Don't worry. I won't fail you.
Oh.
Does this make Roshi Baragon's chosen?
This is my first cleric, my first prophet.
He is the high priest of
the high priest of my
Baragonism.
What the hell is happening?
Well, Baragon's gotten mad with power.
I just needed somebody to cast Temple of the Gods. This didn't have to be a whole thing.
Marty was like, which cleric is going to give me the most shit posting, Roshi or Granny Snickerdoodle?
That's true.
You made a decision, and now you gotta live with it.
Well,
dude, literally 20 minutes ago, you've been like, oh, woe is me, I don't have anybody. Now you're fucking God.
I guess.
It's not that big a deal, okay?
Anyway, Brock goes up to Granny Snickerdoodle like, hey, Baragon gave me one of these coasters. Can you, make a temple out of it?
Oh, of course, dearie.
He's like, if you just plop that right in my backyard so that when we get past pretending the Temple of Fate, we're inside Temple of the Gods, that'd be great.
It's gonna be so funny when Baragon becomes a god of time and heroes, great heroes and whatever, and his first prophet is fucking Roshi.
It's okay. I recruited your second prophet.
I can see around corners before I get
My bones.
Okay. Now that that's all out of the way, we fast forward a little bit.
All right. Let's bring it up to a close.
All right. Baragon steps up to the platform, grabs the magic mic.
It's oddly oily.
Ugh.
Sorry, I was hoping Granny Snickerdoodle would make bacon.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hold on, here, I'll fix it for you. And Epi just prestidigitizes your hands.
Thank you. There's a little bit of feedback.
All right, Epi, use thaumaturgy to give him some cool sound effects.
Yeah.
People of Waterdeep. People of Faerun. People of all planes that can still hear this message. My name is Baragon Doubletail. Some of you may know me as the recent winner of the Interplanar Tournament on the Plane of Fire. I wish this was under better circumstances, but I will be blunt. We are on the precipice of a battle that may result in the destruction of all life as we know it. Our enemies are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: war, famine, pestilence, and death. This may seem like an impossible task, and perhaps to many it looks that way now. Our enemies have erased the abyss from the bottom up. They devoured the elemental plane of fire and destroyed Pandemonium. They eradicated the Feywild, and soon they approached the prime material plane. But hope is not lost. We are still fighting. We have many friends here and a wealth of tools at our disposal, but we need you. I come to you with a huge request. At this point, Baragon produces the domain. This is the divine domain of time. It was given to me by someone who decided that I would be the best choice to wield it. I'll be honest, this is not a station I take lightly. I would not ask for this if I didn't truly believe it to be our best chance. This is my plea. If you can fight, come to Waterdeep. If you can't, I ask you to believe. To put your hopes in me, my friends, and our cause. Together, we will overcome this. This may be the end of a long chapter, but it is not the end of our story. Just a turning of the page. Should I, roll something?
I want to, have, use some sort of shenanigans, because Epi and I both have Mage Hand to just float around the holy symbols of the three that we had printed. We're doing special.
Yeah, I was thinking, something sort of like that.
You're definitely getting the booming sound effect from thaumaturgy.
I think in this case, no roll is necessary.
Yeah, that was bad enough. Badass enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
What if I crit? What if I get more action surges, Kenny?
Did you say it a second time?
If you want to throw just a flat d20 to see if you get a crit, go for it.
This is kind of cutting a promo, right? I'm a wrestler. This could be a performance check.
Yeah.
Performance.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever it is. It's a charisma-based check for sure. At advantage because you have a thing, and with Bardic Inspiration if we're trying to push to god level numbers, which you are a god, so.
Pretty please.
Yep. Roll charisma. I guess.
Performance.
Persuasion.
Performance or persuasion, your choice. At advantage, with a Bardic Inspiration attached to it.
What's Brock's Bardic now?
A D10. I multi-class, so I didn't quite thresh into 12.
Well, the D10 is gone forever. Goodbye.
Oh shit! I don't want to get those back on a short rest,
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
It's on my floor. Okay, that is an 18 plus 9 for 27, plus 10 from the Bardic for 37.
That is in the range of the gods.
Okay. With that, you see because you are broadcasting, you don't get the feedback, but the people in the room with you, the reaction is one of, a very positive response of, okay, they've been adrift and watching things go very, very wrong without any kind of guiding light to follow, and you've just given them that. And the sense that you get is that survival is the great unifier, and you are about to see demons and devils and humans and fae and angels and elementals and everything fighting shoulder to shoulder to survive, to do whatever is needed to happen to give you time so that maybe this can all be undone. And as the speech finishes, you turn around as you feel a shadow pass over the room. And there is a cut in reality. And standing inside that open wound that the Tablet of Fate is stitching shut, you see a pale man with dark hair. And he just whispers quietly in a voice that you all can hear.
So it begins. See you soon.
And that's where we're going to end episode 67.
Nadir, I took your advice and ordered tabletop gaming supplies from our sponsor, Dragon Master Games. I got a new book, some dice, and other accessories.
That's wonderful. And you remembered to tell them in the comments that Bard Rock Cafe sent you?
Yeah, of course. But now I have another problem. Brock gave me the money for the supplies and said it's coming out of the budget. What does that mean?
Oh, well, our show and the other shows on the network are partially funded by our viewers on Patreon and Ko-fi. In addition to covering costs like editing and web hosting, we use some of those funds to purchase the actual games we play on air. Because, as creators, we want to support the developers as much as we can.
Okay, so like our viewers can go to the Patreon and Ko-Fi linked in the show notes to support us and the rest of the network? I didn't know that.
Yes, correct. Anyway, why don't you tell me more about this game you're planning?